What's up, fellow engineers? Dr. McKay here, and welcome back to this horror show. Now, welcome back to Space Engineers. Today, I wanted to basically go over the new DLC, Wastelanders. And as you can see, we have some visitors to the game. We have spiders and we have wolves, and that is creepy. That's the first time I've encountered spiders. So, yes, today we are going to be covering the new DLC, Wastelanders. And I'm going to be going over the different grids, blocks, and showing you the planet. And these spiders are proper sketchy. Obviously, I've encountered wolves on my dedicated server. Jesus Christ. These things aren't small, are they? Man, that's scary as anything. Alright. Especially when you're not expecting it. Alright, so where was I? So I'm going to be going over the new Wastelanders DLC today, and we're going to be going over new wheels, rovers, like stuff, because basically DLCs will do with like rovers and a new planet. We have some new interior decorations, wheels, we have new blocks, exhausts I'm going to show you how to use, and I think that's basically it. So we're going to start off with the wheels that are basically the most prominent thing shown on basically screenshots of the new DLC. Now these wheels are pretty cool looking. They're not wheels that have air inside. They're like, I would say they're like honeycomb, but that's not the technical term. Essentially they're like hard tires, but like, well, they have hollow things through. Now these tires do kind of exist in real life in some parts of the world. So it's not completely far-fetched, they do work. So yeah, I think these wheels look pretty cool, and obviously the big ones you can see better through them, so you can see they're hollow. And I think they are pretty cool, and they leave a unique tread in the sand, which is another feature brought in by this DLC. We have now like footprints, as you can see, footprints, and wheel tracks, and each track, like this tire track and the standard wheels, have different patterns as well. Now I've made a little rover over here to basically show off some of the new stuff. So obviously we got the small grid. Obviously it's all of it's small grid. So we got the new wheels. We have new front lights, which are pretty cool. And as we come to the back, we have rear lights as well, which are probably one of my favorite looking lights. We have exhaust blocks that, if you look, expel exhaust gas, which is pretty awesome for rovers. We have this new type of, like, I want to say like window, because essentially it's what it is, but it's like a metal like grid bars, you know, that we can use on our rovers. And then we have basically a 2-block wide new cockpit, and then we have another type of cockpit, but you can get this one in the free DLC. So if you haven't actually bought the new DLC, you can still get this one. So, but obviously the paid stuff is the wheels, I believe, the secondary cockpit, which is over here, and the exhausts, which are here, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. And I think these ones as well. The free stuff is obviously the lights, I believe, and obviously the new blocks. Now the new blocks, which are over here, I'll come them to in a minute. But we have some basically new decorations. We have like part shelves, like shelving parts. Now these you can't access, which is a shame, because it'd be nice to be able to store some components here on these shelves to make them like interactive, but unfortunately not. Yeah, hopefully Keen does implement that in the future, because there are parts on the shelf. You got like interior plates, steel plates, we got construction components, batteries, rotors. So it'd be nice to not be able to go to the shelf and say pick them off the shelf, but to be able to go into the infantry slot and take them off. Yeah, but yeah, I like them for like your garage designs. They'd be very good for that. Obviously some wheels on the floor, and obviously for the new blocks, like I've already shown you the new like window grids. Now obviously you can only make these in small grid, so just keep that in mind. I believe you can. We just double check to make sure you can. You find them all on the decoration 3 page. Yes, only yeah, only small grid. So yeah, they're only small grid. Then we have the other type of cockpit. Now this is also another two blocks wide by what, 3 blocks? Yeah, three blocks wide. So it's 2 by 3. Now it's quite difficult because batteries, the bigger small battery, which is that one there, is a 3 by 1. Not that one. That one there. It's a 3 by 1 or 3 by 2. A 3 by 2. So it's difficult to basically build it if you wanted to put it like that way. You have to build batteries in that sense to keep them all even numbers instead of odd. So yeah, I like the cockpits, I like the lights, the exhaust, the new tyres. Now we'll get into the bit that everyone has been asking for, and they do actually make this game a hell of a lot better. We have new types of blocks, and these blocks mostly focus on corners or angles, which is definitely what we need for variety in this game. Now we have to start off with, we have these type of blocks. Now these blocks are focused on the first blocks, like angle block, so you can basically now do corners with these a lot better than with like this one, which is that one. As you can see by that design to that design, one is a lot more sharper than that one. It still obviously creates the same shape, so it's all aesthetics, and I just love these 2 new blocks, giving us like better angles, especially this one, because before we have this one here, and if you stick them next to each other, one is half a block, whereas the other one takes up the entire block. So the amount of designs you can use this one on is going to be so awesome. The next one we have is this little corner piece here. Now you can imagine what this one's used for. It's used for the second type of blocks, which is, find it, that one there. So we can finally cut the end off on this one without using the other one. Like, find it for you. Wrong one. No, that one. This one. Because don't get me wrong, this one is a good one to use. But wouldn't you sometimes want it to be short and stubby instead of long? I know I do. So it does help. The next one we have is like a half block corner piece, which obviously you don't already know which one it does. It goes with this one, so we can now do corners with this one instead of having to figure it out. And we also have this one here, if I can get down, this one here, which focuses on a angle block for this type of block. So it really does open up all different angles. Now obviously the next one is basically a bunch of different angles. We have this one, obviously that one there, which is like the cap end, but this one is unique where it's got 2 different angles you can do. We can either do moving, we can either do this one here, which goes there, if it would let me, maybe I'm in the way, that one there, or we can do the second type of block, which is that one there, and go like that. So we can actually create 2 different types of angles, and I've been wanting this block in the game for so long because the amount of builds I have that uses both of these type of blocks, and I can never get the corners to work properly. So man, I'm so happy that they're in. And obviously you got the same with this one here. As you can see, it's a small triangle, a large triangle, well not a large one, but that shape. And this one here too is like that small triangle, it's the flat block, and then you got on top the triangle block. So all the blocks now can be fixed together with one another instead of having to basically keep them into the same columns. So now we've covered these blocks, and I think you got the idea of what they do. We're going to come over to one of the coolest features of the new update, the exhausts. Now these exhausts can be used for obviously vehicles like I've got here to give it a kind of a like a combustion engine type of feel, you know, because obviously electric doesn't give off like exhaust gas, does it? Yeah, only a combustion engine. So it's more of an aesthetic choice than it is practical. So, but we're going to look at the different types of like features they do, because they don't just do smoke. Alright, and we're going to show you how to program it as well, because I've seen a lot of people not knowing how to change the type, so we'll just quickly dive into that as well. So the exhaust is a basically electric charge, or like a Tesla kind of energy going everywhere, which is pretty cool. So we could put that behind some walls and have like static grids for like, or not static grids, but like electrical currents, which is pretty cool. The next one is gonna work. I think it's glitched. It's meant to be fire. There we go. So the next one's like a flamethrower, basically the same principle. You can use it for like basically scenery on your vehicles, but it's quite bright. You can even use it as like a light source, like as you can see, it's brightening up the area. The next one we have that's the start. That one. I think I've done these wrong. I'll just show you. Then we have. Which one is that one? Hang on. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm struggling with the new way they do the buttons. So that one on and that one on, right? So this one here is like a chemical, like what's it? Reactor leak looking kind of green gas, and this one you can't quite tell, but it's basically what we got over here, like just normal like CO2 emissions essentially. Now, to change the type of arc or effect coming out of the exhaust, you go to your exhaust, and it's not a big menu, so it's easy to navigate. You just go down to exhaust effect, and you come up with all the types of different effects that you got. So you even got like white smoke, that I'm not really sure you can see, maybe a little bit there. But the other good thing I like about this, alright, which I'll show you in the car, obviously the car's obviously just sat there ticking, the gas is coming out, but we can actually do it where we can actually create the effect of more, like, I'll show you on this vehicle. Basically you go to your exhaust pipes and you come down to power dependency. Now this means that the smoke will generate depending on how much power is being used. So if you turn it on, then the smoke will gradually decrease in effectiveness until you power up and move. So what we're going to do, we're going to just turn it up, and as you'll see, it stops. Now I'll zoom out a little bit. Now we don't look like we've got any gas, but if I was to unbrake and go forward, there's a little bit of gas as the power's going. What I'm going to do now, because that's basically all the new blocks, and we've covered it all, we have another thing, and obviously the new thing in the game is the planet. Now it's called Petram, or Pertrium. Let's have a quick look what the planet's called. The planet is called Pertam. Yeah, so there you go. And it's like a post-apocalyptic style wasteland, mainly desert. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick drive around and have a look. Good start. Boom, vehicle. As you can see though by the tyre tracks. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now I'm not very good at building rovers, I'm better at building rockets. But this planet is pretty awesome for like the feel of like a post-apocalyptic nuclear maybe disaster happened on there a few hundred years ago, and now it's just a wasteland. I get proper like 100 vibes looking at this. So I think that's basically it with the update I can showcase today. It's not got anything like mechanical like hinges, that the last one had. It's just basically a DLC to do more to do with rovers than anything else. Obviously we have a new planet which has a higher gravity as well. It's got 120g, so 1.20g, so getting off the planet might be a bit tougher, and flying. But yeah, this is basically a rover update, so get out there, build some crazy rovers, maybe do Fury Road or something. Is it Fury Road? Yeah, the film Mad Max, that's it. Do some Mad Max looking vehicles. You know, get out there, get creative, and if you like my content, don't forget to comment, comment, and subscribe. I've been Dr. McCabe, showcasing the new Wastelanders DLC for Space Engineers. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.